Hello, everyone. This is Spiritual Teacher for You. My name is Cassie, and I'm going to do a reading because I have to share a message that's so important that I can't even explain it. I don't know if I can. I'm Spirit. There's the lesson right there. Let it go. Stop trying to control it and let it flow, right? So what's meant to come out is going to come out. Yes. All right. Let's get going here. I'm going to spray some of my good stuff here. My bell, I sent it in another place to the bathroom. So, I don't know why I'm like thinking I need to wave something in front of the camera. Incense, maybe? Yes. Incense. Yeah. Oh, and I need to light a candle, you guys. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now. I thought I was like, you're just gonna go on there and talk, and as soon as I like open myself up to spirit, and then whatever I had in mind completely goes out the window. So I'm lighting incense right now just to kind of, I don't know, there's something about the smell of incense that spirit really wants right now. Yes, that's wonderful. So I keep noticing this picture that I drew. It keeps like getting my attention. I mean, it sits here all the time because when I drew this, I had no idea what was going to happen. This is like one of my first channeled art pieces. And I drew the head shape first, like where the fish is right there. And then it just morphed. And there's so many supportive elements in this drawing, and I can't help but to know that it is a message from spirit that you are greatly supported. I mean, I'm getting Pisces here energy. Oh, chickens. Chicken actually came up the other day for me. So there's several things in this picture that probably relate to you. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera for just a second. Spirit's saying, let them see some of the details. So notice the colors. Spirit's wanting you to notice the colors. Maybe turn it in different angles. What different animals do you see? Who does that person in the middle remind you of? Spirit's telling me to turn it now. Well, it kind of reminds me of that one picture that goes around. It's like, what do you see? Do you see an old woman or do you see a young lady? Yeah, actually, that does provide a different perspective. So there's something here about looking at something from a different perspective as well. Especially to realize what support. So I'm hearing there's more ways to support someone than you think. It's not just one way. There's also more ways people can support you than you think. So Spirit really wants you to be open. Okay, there's definitely some like heart chakra pain that I'm feeling. This feels like heartbreak, like heart sadness in your heart space. And I definitely feel like someone's almost like choking, like heartbroken here. Yes. So there could be something going on that's, and now I feel a lifting of something here. So there's almost a relief that's going to happen. Um, so it to me feels like something happening that you've been struggling with for a while, and it's caused a lot of heart sadness and heartbreak, and that is going to be ending soon so that you have relief. Or there's going to be the heartbreak sadness part of it's going to be ending, and then there's going to be like this lifting of energy off of your heart space, like relief, right? Oh, it's very heavy. So I know that the collective I'm tuning into right now is going through something very tough mentally, physically, spiritually. But there's a deep lesson happening here of knowing yourself even more, knowing what you're capable of, transforming the old energy of how you used to be in a similar situation. And it's like a transforming and alchemizing of that old energy into this newer, stronger, more confident, more just, energy. It's going kind of from like Page of Wands to Queen of Wands, or something like that, or the Page of Swords into the Queen of Swords. And I am getting feminine transmutation here. That's very interesting. Aren't there some insects that transform from female to male or vice versa? And then I'm getting that movie Splice where they create a creature, or the creature, I can't, there's some kind of creature, and it was female and then it became male at the end. Spoiler alert. So, or I should have said spoiler alert before I said all that. Sorry about it. If you haven't seen it by now, man, it's an old movie. I can't remember the main characters, but it's very interesting for sure. Spirit keeps going. Notice how much white is. I mean, I feel like this whole viewpoint is washed out. Like there's just this brightness around you, and I feel that is that support that I felt, and my heart chakra is lighting up as I say that. So there must be something there. I'm noticing the white owl, the white candle, just the white flowers. It's backwards in the camera. Oh no, it's actually, no, that's right. It's if I thought about it. I am noticing the moon as well and the heart here. So tissue is pointing out. So again, sadness is coming there. There will be tears in this situation. I'm also noticing, wow, Spirit's never done this before. This is pretty cool. I'm noticing this painting right here I did for my mom on Mother's Day. The year that she, I'm trying not to get emotional as I talk about this. The year that she found out she had ALS. So the big flower is her. And then she created a tree of her daughters, and and I need to update it because our family has grown even since I did that. I think that was 2020 Mother's Day. 2020, was it Mother's Day? Yeah, 2023 probably. And it's grown so much since then. So, especially from one particular one. You know who you are. But anyways, so so yeah, so there's something here about ancestry and a family tree and how it's growing, and passing down things, passing down not only, we not only pass down to our children our traumas, which is why it's so important to heal so that you don't keep passing those traumas down, but we also pass down our qualities, our personality traits, our ways of behaving. We pass down way more. I feel like my dog's trying to let me know something and I'm kind of ignoring her, but if I ignored her too long, she might use the bathroom in the house, so I'm going to go let her outside. Okay, pause the clock at 9:44. But also, you guys, that was a little mini adventure right there. So It was quite a lot all at once. I let my dog out. She went out. Reggie, my other dog, took forever to go out. So by that time, she got bored, came back in. So I had to bribe her to go back out with a toy. Then, of course, I can't stand to not throw the toy, and I don't like teasing her. So I had to throw it at least twice. And then Reggie, of course, was jealous that I was paying her attention. So I had to give him pets while I'm throwing the toy. And then I did that a couple of times, and then I came back inside. And as I was coming back inside, my cat tried to go outside, so I had to shimmy her to not come inside. And then I made it. So there's something here about you just never know. Life is an adventure. Every day is different. You cannot try. Please, Spirit is wanting you so badly to let go of trying to control your future. The only way to control your future is by using today the best way that you know how to for where you're at in life at the time. Take one day at a time. That's all you have to do. If you're constantly thinking about what's happening in the future, you're no longer present. And there's a reason why this moment is called the present moment, because if you are presented with a gift right in front of you, you wouldn't even notice it because you're thinking of the future or the past. Now, it's okay to have forward thinking. That's not what I mean by any of that. I just mean people who are worried about the future so much that they're thinking of the future in the present. So as you are worrying about what the future might hold, you are now in the present putting worry into your vibrational space, which is then what you're sending out. So you're already manifesting worry for the future, if that makes sense. Okay? It's like one little strand that didn't make it over. So Spirit is like, that's part of healing, is by being present, by taking away the worry. And when you start thinking about the future too much, just say, take a deep breath, and you say, I release my attachment to the worry of the future. I release any worry or doubt I may have. I remain present. I remain in the present moment. I am here now. Now is the only time I have. Okay, there's almost like this, you've got to be your own coach, your own advocate, your own pep talker, your own guide. There's only so much that the outside can do for you. And there's a lot of there's one wound in particular that keeps coming up, you guys, and that's the wound of wanting to be saved. Like, instead of doing the work and doing it yourself, you instead hope to be saved because you've been saved in the past. But that was because you weren't ready to not be saved, okay? But now you've experienced enough that now you can do it on your own. You just have to choose to. But you're so worried about what the future holds that instead of doing the work, because then now you're vulnerable and everything falls on you, and you realize how responsible and accountable you are for your own path in life, that can feel so heavy to someone. In fact, it will at some point feel so heavy, because once you realize that you have been in control this whole time by the choices that you've made, you're like, oh my God, I've just been making excuses. I've just been blaming others or waiting to be saved. Oh, I can't do this because of that. Excuses. I hear it all. We've all been there, y'all. And we've all had these issues. This is not something abnormal. I see it everywhere. And so when the same patterns keep happening in your life and you're noticing like, oh, this happens all the time, why do you keep letting it happen? What can you do to change your fate? What can you do to change the pattern? Even something small, just by going, you know what? I'm going to stop right there. I'm just not going to think about that anymore. And instead, I'm going to think about this, which makes me feel better. Like drinking water. That felt good. So, see, I'm already smiling. I'm already going, that felt good. So now my vibration is feeling good. Do you see how just one little statement, one little distraction can actually change? That's why people bury their heads in the sand, because they have figured out if they are focusing on the terrible stuff in the world and things they can't control, they're not happy. The more they know about the world that's shared via social media, the more unhappy they are. Ask anybody who sits there and watches the news all day, or sits there and watches, the 5 o'clock news, the 7 o'clock news, or ET, or just any type of like media coverage of the world. You're getting a perspective that they want you to have. And people who watch the news constantly are just absorbing that and not thinking for themselves, and not actually like, are you wanting chaos to enter your life? Are you wanting to notice bad things all the time? Because by watching those things, that's what you're doing. You're putting in your vibrational field that you want more of that, more of that. Your heart hurts for the people that you see the terrible things happening. So you're putting painful, hurtful feelings into your heart. You're in digesting and ingesting all of these terrible things. Why? It's not happening to you. That's happening there. And I'm not saying to ignore these issues, but we look so outside of ourselves for the answers, when all of the answers, the way we can help those situations get better is by working on us. This is an individual process. You know that old saying, like, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. I don't know why that's coming up. That's not actually the one I was thinking of. But maybe somebody, that'll get somebody's attention. Maybe their mama said that. That's definitely a mama thing. Southern mama thing too. But more of the energy of your soul entered this world alone. You came here, you made the journey alone. You knew you were meeting people once you got here, but that journey to get there, you were alone. And then the journey going out, nobody is going with you. Now people will be there to meet you. That's what I believe anyways. I can't say that with confidence because it's never happened to me, but I fully believe. And as a spiritual, energetic person feeling energy, I can tell you right now that I know that there is energy, positive energy surrounding situations that need help and guidance. Okay? So I have to believe that when you transition out of this world, there is help and guidance. Why would they abandon you in one of the most vulnerable transitions of your life? If you can feel them while you're alive, why would they ever abandon you when it's the end of life? That doesn't make sense. So of course you are ushered in and you are ushered out, but it's a decision you make alone. And so there's something here about being able to be united back to who we really are and what we really came here to be and do, and not get distracted by the outside world. They want to distract you because, God, do you know how powerful we are? Do you know how powerful we are? It becomes more and more evident the more you believe how powerful you are. Powerful. Okay. So somebody here I feel like you may feel energy touch you sometimes, or whooshes of air you may feel across your face or your nose or your toes. I feel like it's a motherly or a father. It's a parental figure that if you're feeling that, I'm getting from someone's parents that it's like they're I just saw a circle in the incense smoke, but it's like a parental, like, rubbing your nose or like tickling your toes. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's 20 minutes in and I've not pulled a card. These are all just messages that are coming. And I had no intentions of getting on here today at all. I am in the clothes I woke up in. My hair was in a bun and I just released the bun right before I got on camera. So you guys are getting a pretty raw version of me. I don't know why I'm comfortable with that, but I am, because it's not about looks at all. It's not about the appearance of me as a person. It's the message that is coming, needing to come out. And honestly, if I feel like sometimes makeup and all the jazziness and the jewelry can sometimes be a distraction to the message if you're too focused on the person's looks instead of what's being said and actually feeling the message. So there was a need for me to come on here just very plainly and to get the message across without any obstacles in the way. So there's something here too about vulnerability, because I just got that feeling of being vulnerable, which is why my words kind of hiccuped there. So and now that feeling has passed. So there's definitely someone here is so terrified of being vulnerable. Did I not mention the Queen of Wands earlier? That's what I'm saying, y'all. It is stepping into this energy of just knowing thyself, knowing who you are, knowing that you have power in this world as a divine being. You have power in creating the life that you want, in fulfilling your purpose in a way that is so satisfying to you, to step into the world as a creative being and be confident about it, as a nurturer, as a balanced individual. God, you are so powerful. I can't even tell you the magic. Magic is the word that keeps wanting to come out that you have inside of you. I'm getting Merlin. You must come from a descendant of Merlin. You are a magician. You're a wizard. Some may say witch, but I was getting both energies there of masculine and feminine magic. And in fact, there is oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So when a masculine, a divine masculine who is magic and knows their magic, unites with a divine feminine who knows her magic, and they come together, you now have divine masculine and feminine magic coming together. It's so beautiful, you guys. Wow. I'm going to bask in this energy for a second, because I'm just seeing that energy just flow flawlessly. Almost like the Mortal Kombat is like the warm swirl and the blue swirl, the cool swirl, and it's just like comes together right in the middle. It's super balanced. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tingles just going up like the middle of my neck up my head. It's super balanced. So there is a balance coming in that, and it's spirit encouraging you to reach for this balance, because it's not about reaching. Gosh, I wonder if we've got it all wrong, Like we look at one aspect of life as being like, I just see someone trucking so hard, like trying to climb Mount Everest, and because they're doing it in an imbalanced way, it doesn't work or they don't make it or whatever. But then with balance, with the strength of the masculine, strength of the feminine, it's like someone's just kind of floating their way up Mount Everest. That's the vision I'm getting. So as we go through life at a balanced level, it's easier to rise up in a balanced way. When you try to bring all of your trauma and baggage with you to raise up, you can only get so far in one area because it's in an imbalance leveling up. So I'm really feeling the energy of a very elevated, balanced energy that two people, one person being fully balanced, another person being fully balanced, coming together as a fully balanced whole unit. It's so beautiful, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to either draw this what I see in my head. I must. Yeah, that'll be my next drawing. For some of you who like the AI, maybe I could do an AI image of it. Somehow. I don't know. I don't know if AI could come up with what's in my head. Or my third eye, I should say. Okay. Thank y'all for being here and for allowing me to be so comfortable on camera and accepting it. I just feel an acceptance from you guys, almost yeah, we could jive, we could hang out. So thank you for being there, being here. All right. You know what, guys? I think that's all. Honestly. Hold on, let me sit with it a little. Okay. No, it's not done. Okay, what do you want? Animals. We're getting animals, which I should have done because I saw animals in my mind's eye when I was talking about being super balanced. I saw a cat and a dog. A black cat and a white dog. Okay. All right. What animals want to come forward with a message at this time for the collective? I'm getting lots of energy in my crown, almost like I'm wearing headphones. So somebody here might be wearing headphones, or you do a job where you wear a headset, maybe. But also just that balanced feeling. Oh, and I'm getting rainbow symbolism now. Rainbow. So you could relate to the rainbow. You've been seeing rainbows maybe. If I say something that does resonate with you, then that's just kind of like spirit going, see, this message is for you. Pay attention. Also, if it is resonating for you, let me know by liking it or commenting. Or if you know someone that it might relate to, and you feel like they're open to these messages, send this video their way. You never know when a message is going to, or when someone's going to resonate with someone's energy, People don't have to have the same beliefs for you to share a message. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, animals. What's taking so long? Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Here I am getting impatient, and then the dear Spirit's like, bring a gentle touch. So whatever situation you're going through right now, there's definitely the energy of setting boundaries, but in a gentle, loving way. You don't have to be, I'm getting Cruella de Vil, just how crazy she is in One Direction. And also the other lady from, cartoons are coming up in my head. So maybe someone here is having nostalgia lately, or maybe they're watching these old cartoons or something, though. 101 Dalmatians and how the Emperor got his groove back or something like that. The Emperor's New Groove. The lady that's on there. I can't remember her name. So the number 18 might be significant for someone here. Maybe you're turning 18 soon, or there's something about an 18-year cycle for you. You could be 36 years old. Or what's the next number after that? 54 years old? And let's go up one more. Um, 72? No? 54? Yeah, 72. Okay. Oh, I'm getting like, isn't there a Christian belief or something about 72 years? Like you're guaranteed 72 years if you follow Jesus, or, basically, is that accurate? I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. You guys can let me know in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I asked for it. Okay. What else? What else are we getting here from the animals? You might be seeing deer videos or deer in your own backyard. Deer prints. Deer horns. Ooh, I just got a ringing in my left ear. Wow, that was crazy. All right, we've got white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. I told you I felt some magical beings here. Maybe you've been seeing ravens and then the color white. And you guys, look what color I'm wearing. I mean, the synchronicities, when you're open to seeing them, are always there to let you know that you're on the right path. The number 66 might be significant. And I'm also getting to turn it this way to be the number 99. So 99, 66. We've got 52. There's that number again. 52, significant for someone here. Magic works through you from the scarab beetle. Oh, look, another magic card. Another magic message. 2, actually. So we've got 52 and 66. This could be the ages of two people that are, that's a big age gap, 14 years. So there might be something here about there's a big age gap with you and your person. The merging of those divine masculine and feminine that I was talking about. There could be a big age gap there. I'm also getting like Egyptian culture. So maybe they're from I don't know, maybe they're Egyptian. Something is different, very unique, because the white raven's very unique, and a scarab beetle, very unique looking. So there's something unique about your relationship. All right. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. 47. You guys, oh my gosh, look. What's on the face of the pig? It almost looks like yin yang, the yin yang symbol. And that goes with that merging of the divine masculine and feminine. But use your mind wisely. When you're so emotionally overwhelmed that you literally don't know what to do, you might even have a panic attack because the emotions are too big. You have to breathe, and you have to say, Spirit, please help me to level out my emotions so that I can think clearly. Take a few more deep breaths. Please, Spirit, ask the archangels to help you to have a clear, level-headed. Even if you can't come up with the words, just say, please help me get stable. Just make it short. It doesn't have to be some elaborate long thing, and then be open to the energy of them helping you, because if you want help, you have to ask for it. Use your mind wisely in these situations that are tough, because when these energies are merging, when this transformation happens, there's going to be very intense, high emotions, and you've got to stabilize yourself. Woo! The porcupine spirit came out, and the armadillo spirit came out. These are animals I know is very low to the ground. We've got 48 and then the number 3 here, which is reminding me of the Empress from Tarot. So porcupine is time for beginner's mind. And then armadillo is set healthy boundaries, which we talked about setting healthy boundaries. And I just posted a gator pic on my TikTok talking about setting boundaries as well. So there's definitely something here that. And look at the top of the armadillo's head. Does that look like two rings to you? You know, the number 3 is very significant here. I just looked at the porcupine and then I felt like a stabbing in my heart. So when it says time for beginner mind, you know what, guys? I'm going to reference the book here because is this the right one? No, it's not. Okay, where is that? Oh no, Spirit. Okay, you're gonna make me use my intuition? Really? Where is it? You're teasing me. All right, well, I won't waste time. Okay, time for beginner mind. What do I get from that? Nothing. You know why? Because beginner mind means blank slate. So I see this like wipe, you know, those like little boards that you can swipe and it erases everything the kid wrote. What's that called? Magic eraser board or something. I don't know. Anyways, there's like a swiping of like this is a new life you're living because you've decided to level up in a balanced way. You've never done that before. Time for a beginner mind. This is all new now. You can't bring all the fears and doubts from the past to get to this level. You can't. So therefore those are not there anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a whole new level. You are no longer the same person you were because now you're looking at things clearly. You're seeing things clearer. You're communicating. You're opening your heart. You're healing. You've healed. You've leveled up. Time for a beginner mind. You can't bring that old thinking into this. So I'm getting here that somebody might be trying to get you to think in an old way. You're not there anymore. And so there's almost this tempt to, you've got to set some boundaries. Like, hey, I don't want to talk about that. No, I don't like the way we've been talking about that. Let's think differently. We say the same things over and over again. Let's not do that. So I do feel an influence of someone trying to bring the same energy from the past back in, and you've got to set boundaries and say, "No, I'm done with that. Either you come up with a solution or you can't complain about that to me anymore." And if they've got a problem with that, then there's something there, you know? They may get offended at first, but then it's like, well, yeah, it's not productive to sit there and complain over and over again about the same things. And this is just one example. There's many other examples, you know? But if there is an energy around you that reminds you of old patterns and old thinking, set that boundary. Nope, not anymore. Okay? Anything else? Ooh, the coyote. Coyote. Some people say coyote. Around here, we say coyote. Coyote is number 16, and it says trust in divine detours. I'm sure that you have been, I'm sure that you have been thinking, realizing you've had the thoughts more than once that everything you've tried to plan does not go according to plan. Tell me you haven't had that thought. That every time you try to make a plan, it does not go according to plan. There's a reason for that. You're trying to control the future. You're trying to plan it too much. Now, come on, some things need to be planned, like weddings and events, you know, good planning. But then there's this thing called over planning. You just can't predict some things. You can prepare for the worst or whatever you think the worst might be, but you can never. And I'm getting a stabbing pain in my heart chakra as I'm saying that. So what's that about? Sometimes life stings. The waft spirit. Wasp. Waff. Maybe someone goes to Wofford. Interesting. Waff. Like a waffle. Sometimes life stings. The wasp spirit. He looks like he's wearing shoes. Almost like a cartoon, the way they did those feathers. The number 64 here. So yes, someone's going through something now that stings a little bit. I'm getting like a college-aged person that has gone through a heartbreak, and it's for a good reason. I'm sorry, but they were not good for you. I'm sorry to say. There's a reason why it didn't work out, and you are divinely protected, and that's why it didn't work out. Trust me. So yeah, it might sting. I don't know what happened. There might have been cheating involved, or some dishonesty, or some shady stuff going on, and that's why it stings. But trust me, trust in that divine detour, okay? The beaver spirits here lay a solid foundation, number 6. Sixes seem to be very prevalent here. So you could, let's see, we're in the 7th month, but this could be June. Could be 6 days, like a week away, or 6 years. I'm getting 6 years old, so you may have a child who's around the age of 6, or this could be something significant from when you're around 6 years old. That you need to heal, bring back up and heal. Because from the beaver, I'm getting that in order to lay a very solid foundation, something from your past is going to come up in order for you to deal with. I'm getting around 1st grade. So something happened, that was kind of traumatizing in 1st grade. This seemed to be a big transition period in your life. Could be, maybe there was just a move at that time, or you had to leave someone and you weren't in control because you were just a kid. So that kind of planted like this seed of you're not in control. So you've dealt with anxiety and panic, and you've tried, because you know you're not in control, you've tried to control your life too much, which is where the anxiety and panic attacks are coming from. Interesting. So a significant event happened as a child that caused you to feel out of control. And so you've spent your whole life trying to control your life. And that has caused an immense amount of anxiety, and fear, which has caused you to go through life kind of from a fear-based stance instead of a confident, like, hey, I want to experience life way. Okay. And then we have the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Number 32. I'm getting 32 days from this. Let spirit be your guide. So y'all, whoever I'm tapping into, I don't care if you believe it right now. You are such a divine being with a divine purpose. You are someone that spirit wants to guide in doing something. You probably notice birds flying alongside of you in the car, or passing over you, or circling the air. You notice them, they're always doing it, but you notice it. And it's because they're getting your attention. Maybe you were 32 years old when you started to feel like you might be different, or you feel energy a little bit differently than people around you. Spirit wants to work with you. I'm getting that so strongly from this card. Particularly a very high spirit. This is like, I'm getting a very high level ancestor here from a very, very long time ago that they want you to connect with them in particular. They've been trying to get your attention, and they said, it's time. So if you are noticing hawks, there is a very old ancestor trying to get your attention because something that they've passed down, they want it to stop, but they also want you to know something else that they have passed down to you. It's a gift. It's an ability. It's a strength. I'm hearing. It's a capability. It's a transmutation. It's a metamorphosis ability. Woo! Y'all, that was intense. Okay. Thank you. Whoever you are, thank you. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to end there because this reading is getting very long and I selfishly wanted to keep going because the energy is so amazing right now, which just lets me know this is your energy. And you are capable of feeling this energy that I'm feeling right now because this is in you, but you've been looking out. You've been looking out for help. It's all in you. Swimming. I'm getting swimming. Maybe water is significant for healing for you. Okay. Salt water, Epsom salt bath might be helpful for you. I'm getting a whale all of a sudden. A whale is very deep. Water's very deep. So this is a very deep emotional depth for you that you are exploring right now or that Spirit's wanting you to explore. It's going to be what's going to help you lay a solid foundation. There's something really deep down that they're wanting you to pull back up, and it is going to pull all of that emotion up. But they need you to do that in order to heal, to have this solid foundation, in order to fulfill truly your destiny. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here now from Tarot. They're wanting me to get Tarot out. I'm sorry, you guys, if this is too long, but these messages want to come out. Maybe you can take a break and come back to this message later. Okay, we've got the High Priestess reversed. Now, I will say my cards were upside down, so I feel the need to pull it up. The High Priestess. This is also your subconscious, your intuition. It's like you know something happened when you were a kid, but you may not remember it fully. So there could be something about hypnosis that is good for you to do. Or past life regression, because it feels old. It feels very old and ancient and deep. Like the gator, like I just posted on TikTok. It's so relative to this reading. Check that out. 4722 on the clock. Those numbers might be significant. Okay, so first of all, 4722, 47 was the pig. Use your mind wisely. Okay, so that's coming back around. I also, as I was pulling tarot, death came out. This whole reading is about death, about this transformation, about the old you is gone. The old you is gone. And whatever you're going through right now, this is the completion phase. So the Nine of Wands comes out to say, keep going. Keep persevering. I know it's tough right now, but you're literally going through the initiation phase to your next life. I wish I could, Spirit, can you give me an analogy of what that's like? Okay. Yes. Oh my. They're giving me the image of birth, okay? So I saw a video of a hairless cat giving birth, and you could see all of the muscles and all of the everything working in her lower half, trying to push this baby out of her, right? And so you can see everything in her discomfort, and that's what you're going through. You're going through the contractions right now, okay? You're going through the push, like this is it, push, keep pushing, keep going. You know, a birth is happening right now. And that's why you're laying solid foundations, and that's why it's time for a beginner mind. And yes, this stings. Like the porcupine with its quills. Yeah, it's pokey. It hurts. It does not feel good. But there's no like turning back. You can try to stop this momentum, but why would you? Embrace it. Spirit wants you to embrace this transformation. It's gonna happen. Embrace it. Let go of the old you. That's the only reason this is so hard. The old you is knocking on your door saying, hey, you remember me? I'm still in there. And you're like, no, you're not. Get on out of here. Kick them to the curb, okay? I mean, yes, I'm just saying, like, accept yourself in all ways and forgive yourself and all those good things. But in this new place that you're going, your old self can't come with you. So there's this, like, I love you. Okay, here's a more gentle version of that. I love you. Thank you for serving and going along with me through this life. But what you provided, I no longer need. I no longer need what you provided. I did at one time, and I'm very grateful for what you provided for me. But at this time, as I move forward, I've got to do this alone. You can't come with me. And in that aloneness, in that independence, that sovereignty, you move forward with a beginner mind, clear-headed, seeing at a higher level why everything happened the way that it did. You can see why that was there and why that happened there and why this happened here. And it's so beautiful that you no longer have any hate or bitterness or anger in your heart because you see why it happened and why it's happening now. Okay? That's enough. All right, guys, I love you so much. And just know that when I'm giving these readings, they're for me too. So if you're going through this, I'm going through it with you. We are connected. If you're watching me, I'm watching you. I feel you. And I'm so blessed to be able to feel you. So thank you for sharing your energy with me. And truly, if you resonate with me and this channel and these messages, you can like this video, comment, subscribe, share it. Let's know that we're here for each other. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.